If you are planning to buy a franchise or a running business in India in 2026, before you sign a check, before you lock in a location, or before you quit your job, you need to understand one thing. The success or failure of your new business will not be decided by the brand name on the board. It will be decided by your marketing system. In this video, you are going to learn the method so that whichever franchisee or business you buy in India, you can flood it with customers, even in a competitive market. Let's start with a simple truth that almost every new business owner ignores. Every market, whether it is fitness, food, coaching, education, salons, auto service, or any other franchise or business category, it looks like a pyramid of buyers. At the very tip of the pyramid, we have just 3% of people. These are the ones who are ready to buy right now. In India, these are the people typing gym near me, play school in Patna, best coaching in Delhi, or franchisee consultation on Google. They are clicking on Google ads, they are filling inquiry forms on portals, and they are talking to salespeople. Everyone is fighting for the same 3%. Competitors are bidding on the same keyword, calling the same leads from the same portals, paying the same brokers, offering bigger discounts. That is why the cost per lead goes up, margins go down, and your franchisee ends up in a price war from day one. But this 3% is just the tip. Right below them sits the next 17% of the market. These people are in information gathering mode. They are watching YouTube videos. Which franchisee is best in India? Or reading blogs like franchisee versus starting your own business. Checking reviews on Google and Instagram, asking questions in WhatsApp groups and on LinkedIn. They are curious, but they are not yet talking to salespeople. Think of them as serious window shoppers. Then you have the next 20% of the market, the problem-aware crowd. They know something in their life has to change. They are tired of their job. They want more income. They like the idea of having a business. They know they might want a franchisee, but they are not yet actively searching for franchisee for sale in Pune or cafe franchisee in Bangalore. And finally, at the base of the pyramid, there is a huge 60% of the market who are even not aware of the problem. These are the people who have not yet thought, I should start a business or buy a franchisee this year. But if someone educated them, if someone showed them the opportunity clearly, they could become excellent buyers and fantastic long-term business owners. Now here is the kicker, the harsh truth. Only 3% of the market is actively looking to buy right now. 97% are not actively buying, but many of them are your best featured customers. Every other franchisee, brand, and broker is fighting over this 3%. The real opportunity, especially in a growing country like India, lies in the 97% that everyone else is ignoring. Here's what most businesses, including big franchises, do in India. They run Google ads only for near me type keywords. They rely purely on franchisee portals, local listing sites, and brokers. Their website says one thing, contact us, get a quote, book a call. In other words, they are talking to the 3% who are already ready to buy. Does it take skill to sell to someone who is already desperate for your solution? Not much. And because everybody is chasing this tiny segment, three things happen. Competition is brutal. Marketing cost per lead is high. Growth is capped by the number of people actively searching each month. That is why so many franchises open with excitement, hit a certain level of sales, and then plateau. Everything just slows down. If you want your new business to grow beyond that, you must learn to market to the 97%. You cannot speak to the 97% the same way you speak to the 3%. If someone is not actively looking to buy, a hard book a call, buy now, or get a quote will simply push them away. It feels like a pushy sales pitch. Instead, you must meet them where they are. At the top of the funnel, your goal is not to sell, your goal is to start a relationship. How? By offering educational high value content that solves the exact questions in their head. If you are a franchisee brand or you're buying into one, this is what you want to lead with. Free reports. For example, franchisee buyer's checklist for 2026 or guides like 7 costly mistakes first time franchisee or business owners make in India, or local market insights like is the cafe franchisee profitable in Patna in 2026, or checklists and tools like 30-point location selection checklist for franchisee owners. You offer these as instant downloads, WhatsApp PDFs, email series, so that the person can get value without speaking to a salesperson. Why is that? Because for most people, talking to a salesperson is a threatening, high pressure environment. They fear, I will be pushed, I will be sold something. Now, so instead, you give them a safe space to learn, to compare options, to understand the risks, and to see a clear path. This is how you turn that 97% of the market into warm, trusting leads before they ever pick up the phone or click inquiry. Once someone downloads your guide, joins your WhatsApp list, or signs up for your email, they have raised their hand. In a sea of people, they're saying, hey, I'm interested in business ownership. I want to explore franchisee or acquisition options. This is where most brands go wrong again. They jump straight from thanks for downloading to book a call now. Instead, your next step is to nurture these leads. The best tools for these are short video lessons like 3 ways to choose the right franchisee for your city, or case study videos like how Rohan built a 1 crore per year coaching franchisee in Pune in 18 months, or webinars or live sessions like question and answers about buying a franchisee in India, or mini video courses, a 5-part series walking them from confused employee to confident business owners. Think of these as video sales letters that do 3 jobs. 1. Answer their biggest questions. 2. Build trust in you and your process. And third, naturally lead them to the point where they are already ready to talk to you. By the time they reach that stage, you do not need a hard sell. They already see you as a guide, not a pushy salesperson. Now comes the most important part. When someone is finally ready to talk, your sales call must itself be valuable. Most people say, book a call for a quote. That is boring. That is commodity thinking. Instead, you position the call as a high value consultation. For example, 30-minute franchisee fitment session. See which model suits their budget, city, and risk appetite. Or business profitability blueprint call, where you map out potential numbers for their chosen city, or location and demand assessment to evaluate if their area can support your franchisee. The rule is simple. Even if they do not buy, they should leave the call better than you found them. They should walk away thinking, wow, I learned more in this one call than in all the random YouTube videos and portal calls combined. When your funnel works like this, education first, nurturing with video or high value consults, you are no longer just another franchisee option. You become the trusted advisor, and trusted advisors win bigger deals, better locations, better partners. Now let us put some numbers on this so you see how big the difference really is. Imagine you send 100 people to your landing page. Now, scenario 1, the typical way. Your website says get a quote or book a call and nothing else. On average, about 4% of people will fill that form. So out of 100 visitors, that is 4 leads. Because these 4 are already in buying mode, you should be closing around 20 to 30% of them into actual clients. Let us say you close 25%. That gives you 1 client. So 100 visitors, 4 leads, and 1 client. Now, scenario 2, the smart funnel for the 97%. Now take the same 100 visitors, the same ad spend, but this time your landing page offers a free guide, a checklist, or video series instead of just get a quote. Because you're giving value with no pressure, your conversion rate jumps. Instead of 4%, you now get 30% or more. So from those 100 people, you now have 30 leads who raised their hand. Are all 30 ready to invest tomorrow? No. They will convert at a lower rate than the desperate to buy 3%. But through your nurturing, videos, emails, WhatsApp, or webinars, the serious buyers from the curious ones, let us say only 10% of these 30 leads become clients. That is 3 clients. Remember, your ad spend is the same. In scenario 1, you got 1 client. In scenario 2, you got 3 clients. You have tripled your customers without increasing your ad budget. Whenever this is explained, people say the same thing, sir, my market is different. Everyone says that. But after working with clients across fitness, education, coaching, real estate, retail, salons, B2B services, and in markets from Tier 1 metros to Tier 3 towns, the pattern is the same. There is always a tiny 3% who are ready now and a massive 97% who can become buyers. If you educate them and guide them correctly, this system does not depend on one platform. It works whether you reach people through YouTube ads, Instagram, and Facebook, Google search, franchisee portals, email, and WhatsApp marketing. The platforms change, the psychology does not. So, if you are about to buy a franchisee or a running business in India in 2026, what should you do with this? 2 things. Number 1, when you evaluate a franchisee, ask about their marketing system. Do they only rely on portals and brokers, or do they have a structured funnel like this that educates and nurtures leads? Number 2, even if they do not, you can build this system for your own outlet. You can create local guides, videos, WhatsApp lists, and consultations that position you as the go-to expert in your city. The brand gives you a starting point. The system gives you scale, stability, and the ability to dominate your market, your local market. Now you know why chasing only the 3% of your ready buyers keeps most franchisees stuck, and how marketing to the 97% unlocks almost unlimited growth. If this opened your eyes and you got real value from it, you are going to absolutely love the next video, where you will learn how to think like the top 1% of marketers when you are choosing, buying, or growing a franchisee in India. So hit like, click subscribe, and turn the bell icon so you do not miss it. And in the comments, tell me which type of franchisee or business are you considering in 2026. I read those personally and it helps shape the next videos for you. See you in the next one. Bye bye.